Hello, everyone. It is Kelly O'Neill. I wanted to pop on this morning because I am doing a call that I think is going to be a game changer for those of you who are right for it, which is definitely not everybody. So, if you are a visionary entrepreneur, if you are someone who is looking to create a movement in your life, in your community, in your business, you've got a big message that you want to share, and you are looking to get it out into the world while you create a lot of impact, a lot of income, and you leave the world a better place, this is for you. All right. So let me tell you a little bit about what I'm going to be talking about on this call because it's definitely different than anything I've done before. So you've built something successful, right? You've achieved success. You've made it work. But if you're kind of being honest with yourself, like a lot of the people that I'm talking to, something feels off. Maybe it feels heavier than it should be. You might still be caught in hustle mode. You're doing all the things. Maybe you've got fluctuating, inconsistent income and you can't really figure out why. Team drama. You are got your hands in the whole business. So you've got decision fatigue, right? And it's not that you can't handle it. You can, you've been, but you shouldn't have to, right? You shouldn't have to. And that's why I created something for those of us who are entrepreneurs who are ready to build smarter, who are ready to scale strategically and really powerfully without the chaos that allows you to create more of all of the things that you want while you are working more strategically and less. Okay. So I'm hosting a private info event to introduce you to the Epic AF Consulting Collective. And let me just say right off the bat, this isn't a sales call because I don't believe in convincing people to their calling. Yes, there's an offer to work with us, but that's not what we're doing here. Like, this isn't I'm going to, use the traditional sales method and hard salespeople. In fact, actually, there's a lot of information in this event that is going to help you really understand what's going on for you. And it's going to give you a variety of avenues to solve it. So this is really more of what I would call a strategic download for leaders and visionaries and established businesses. So let me tell you what I'm going to cover in this call, and you'll see why it's so different. So I'm going to talk a lot about why the business models that we've been taught and that we've been surrounded by were never designed to support real innovation, right? Or real leaders, trailblazers, the ones who want to do things differently. The current model and paradigm does not support us. In fact, I'm going to share why it's actually led us to create businesses that are slowly designed to kill us. And I'm being a little cheeky there, but really, right? It's not good. I'm going to be talking about a bunch of symptoms that my clients and I have faced that you might be experiencing. In fact, actually, you're probably experiencing several of them, if not all of them. And these symptoms are actually working against your next level business growth. And you may not even realize it, right? It took me a long time to realize what was going on. And when I share these with my clients, they're like, "Oh my God, that makes so much sense," right? Like, it's the light bulb they can't unsee. I'm going to be talking a lot about the pathways to predictable success, and I'm going to be talking about the things that we know. I've helped companies build and generate more than $750 million. And I know what works and what doesn't. And I see the way that we've structured things that are actually not working for visionaries. In fact, actually, the coaching model, it's not even the coaches themselves, it's the model that is not effective for those of you who are visionaries. And also, let me just tell you, the entire blueprint model, which I'm going to be talking about, super ineffective. And I'm going to be telling you why. So if you've been someone that's worked in a lot of coaching programs, a lot of masterminds, a lot of You've taken the courses, and I'm sure that you've had pieces and components of it that have been helpful, but there's always something missing. This is why, and I'm going to be sharing that, right? And then I'm also going to be sharing what the Epic AF Consulting Collective is, and why it's unlike anything on the market today, because it's really built for the next generation of entrepreneurship. So I want to talk about who this is really for, because why waste your time if it's not for you? I'm not about wasting time, money, energy, and resources. Like, no one has time for that. So if you're experiencing any of the following, I really want you to pay attention, and you can drop the word collective below and we'll get you the information. So the people that we work with have worked with coaches. They've bought the blueprint. They've done all the things, and something is still off, right? It's still not working the way you know it could and should be. Okay. So if that's you, drop collective. You're making money, right? You might be making money very consistently. You might be making money like in a feast or famine way. But here's the deal: you're exhausted, you're overwhelmed, and you're frustrated because the way that you're operating to create that result is not working for you, right? It's pulling way too much of you in, and you're leaving impact and income on the table. Again, this has to do with the way we were taught to create business, right? And it does not work for a certain segment. It works for some people. Like, by the way, it works for a lot of people. You can hustle and grind your way to seven figures. That's not that hard. I mean, it's painful, but it's not that hard. But for the rest of us who don't want to do that, this is why there's a disconnect for you. Okay. The other thing that I see with a lot of my clients is they are brilliant, and they've assembled these teams, and they know what to do and how to do it. But behind the scenes, you're a fixer, right? You're the one with the track record. You're the one with the brilliance. You're the one that gets the results. But no one has ever really shown you how to build a business that actually honors your genius, and how to create a team support dynamic where your team is working for you, right? It typically, what I'm seeing is the CEOs and founders, what's happening is you've got to, like, you are calling all the shots. And that does not a business building system make. And also for visionaries that need space and time and the ability to create and innovate, you can't be doing that all the time because it leaks your energy. Okay. Um, this is also for people who don't want to be visible just to be seen, right? You're like, I don't listen. If you could actually build this thing and never be on camera again or never be visible, you maybe you'd even be like, fine. I know that's how I am. I do this in service of the mission, not because I love being on camera every day. But here's what you do want to do. You want to lead conversations that are going to shift paradigms and leave legacies. Okay. So if you're hearing this and you're thinking like, yep, that's me, one or all of these things, that's exactly where I'm at. This is what I've been trying to put into world. This is what I'm feeling. Then this is your invitation, right? So what I'm going to be sharing is all of that information. So even just to get that information, come join us, Drop Collective. But what I will tell you is, for those of you who want to join me in this container with other visionary leaders who are in the same boat, this is not a coaching program. That's not what this is, right? Like, this isn't about like doing vision boards and journaling and accountability check-ins. That's not what this is. This is a super high frequency, high performance, strategically efficient consulting container with a framework that allows for complete individual strategy, because blueprints don't work. It is where leaders come and aspiring leaders come to be challenged, supported, and elevated by someone who knows how to create movements, because I've been doing it for 30 years in business very successfully. So this is about how we are going to receive strategic consulting, not cheerleading, not coaching. You're going to get real-time business diagnostics, brand evolution, and I'm going to help you actually reframe your business in a way that operates in the new paradigm and works for you, depending on who you are and how you roll in the world, right? We are also going to give you we're going to give you a bunch of things, right? And you're going to be surrounded by a collective of seasoned leaders who also get it because they're building things to the next part, right? You don't need to figure this out on your own anymore. So if you are someone who wants to not only understand what's going on in the market so that you can kind of be like, oh, it's not me, it's the system. And you're ready to lead with clarity and scale with precision and build a business that reflects who you are, not some watered down version that someone's trying to tell you. And you want to get rid of doing all the things that you don't love doing anymore because it's totally possible, then jump into this info event and we'll share it with you, right? So if after hearing this, you're like, oh, yeah, I should probably be there or I should listen to this, then let's talk about what we're doing. So drop the word collective in the comments right now, or you can DM me and a member of my team will reach out. We'll get you the private link. We'll get you the information so that you can make a decision if this is for you, right? And also, we want to make sure this is right for you because this is not a container for just anybody. This, like, we don't want just anyone dropping in. That's not what this is. So here's what I want to leave you with. You were born for something greater. You were not born to be relatable and mediocre and fit in someone else's box. You were born to generate a epic AF life, an epic AF business. And I would be honored to support you in building the legacy in an aligned way. So if this is you, come join us. Drop Collective. Talk soon.